So you're thinking about moving to Las Vegas and you're considering Section 10 as a final destination. You know, that cool neighborhood you've been hearing about that people are investing in. Even Blue Heron, the contemporary home builder here in town, is investing in. Got those half-acre lots, no HOA. That's the neighborhood you're talking about? Well, that's the neighborhood we're going over. We're going to jump on Google Maps and we're going to find out just how Section 10 sets up in comparison to the rest of the valley. We're going to find out what's the fastest way to the airport? How do you get down to the strip? Where's the best place to shop? Where do you get gas? Where's the great eating places around Section 10? That's what we're going to talk about today. And if you stick with me, I'm going to show you some back ways into the Las Vegas Strip that only locals know about, and you're definitely not going to want to miss those. We're going all in on the Section 10 overhead map tour right now. And if you want to learn everything about the Las Vegas Valley from end to end and everything in between, then come join me on my Las Vegas neighborhood deep dives. We're having fun, we're covering a lot of ground, and we got new shows every week. Hit subscribe, tap the bell, and never miss a show. By the way, my name's Micah Bleecher and I love living in Las Vegas, and I think you will too. If you're thinking about moving to Las Vegas, you should know we put our whole hearts into helping people make that move. Now, I've lived here more than 20 years, but before that, I've made many cross-country moves and I understand the pain points, believe me. And we're here to help you through those pain points because helping people is what we do. So feel free to reach out, send us a text, send us an email, schedule a Zoom. My info is right down there. We can't wait to hear from you and we'll get started helping you make that painless, easy move to Las Vegas today. Like I said, we're here getting ready to jump on the Google Maps and we're covering everything about Section 10. Come on with me. Okay, friends, we're jumping on Google Maps right now. As you can see, I already have Section 10 highlighted. And let me just pull back a little bit. I kind of want to show you where this is in relationship to the rest of the city. It's in the west side, a little bit towards the south, but mostly kind of west in the middle. And let's just zoom back in a little bit. And if you've been on my other videos, you know I was looking at Section 11, Section 3, and Section 4 because of the similar zoning. It's got that low density residential estate zoning that is so special. And we spent a lot of time talking about that. If you haven't seen those videos, please go check them out. Anyway, let's highlight those really quickly so I can just show you what I'm talking about here. Of course, this is our Section 10 right here. This is the 11 that we are talking about, and this is Section 3. This one has the little park in it, the Rainbow Family Park that we talked about. And then, of course, this here is Section 4, this area here. And this is the All-American Park that we spoke about in the other video, and we talk about the dog park. There is a tiny little Davis Park in Section 11, but as you can see, there really is no park in Section 10, and then a little bit of this Section 12 has this low density zoning as well. So if you can see, that is a pretty big area. It's about as big as Canyon Gate and Piccoli and the lakes combined. So that's Canyon Gate and Piccoli Ranch, and this is the lakes right here, approximately 4 square miles. As you can see, this is Section 4, Section 3, Section 10, and Section 11, a little bit of 12. So almost the same area as those other neighborhoods combined. So that's just something I wanted to show you to give you a good idea of the area that we're talking about. Honestly, the way that Las Vegas sets up, you pull back a little bit, is that we're surrounded by mountains. We're basically sitting in a bowl that tilts a little bit from west to the east. This is the west side right here. This is the east. This is the north up here. And of course the south down here. And so we're tilting a little bit. Millions of years ago, of course, we were underwater. So the ground here is very hard. You have to almost blast it out. They call it caliche. It's like a very hard cement. And that's why so few of the homes here in Las Vegas have basements. Anyway, most of the land in this bowl has already been built on. There's very few vacant lots available, a few infill projects here and there, of course, but not a lot. Most of the building is on this northern corridor of 95 up here, and also to the south down here by Sloan, Henderson, and Sparata in this area. Enterprise is one of the fastest growing areas. There's still land to be built on in Summerlin. About 30% of the unimproved space is still existing in Summerlin. They say it'll take them approximately 20 years to build out. So anyway, that's how the whole valley sets up. This way, this 95 takes you to Reno, this 15 takes you to Utah and Colorado, this 15 takes you to California, this one goes all the way to Arizona. That's how we get in and out of the valley here. Now, if you look, you'll see everything is kind of in these little grids. Each of these grids is a real estate section, like Section 10, and it's about 1 mile by 1 mile. And all of these are what we call surface streets. And they mostly run east and west and north and south. And most of these surface streets go at about 45 miles per hour. And some say that's a bit fast, but it helps people get around town. And many times, even if we're traveling across town, we take surface streets instead of getting on the highways whenever possible. I mean, one of the reasons I love living in Las Vegas is because it's easy to get around. And even after being here over 20 years and seeing this incredible growth, it's still pretty easy to get around compared to California. When I go visit Southern California, there's so many people. I love California. So many people. It's so difficult to get around. It's much easier here in Las Vegas. If you're coming from a small town, you might find it a bit busy, but from any big town, Las Vegas is going to be a welcome relief to heavy traffic. And it's pretty easy to get from anywhere in Las Vegas. I do have a few searches. I want to just kind of show you what it's going to be like if you decide to choose Section 10 or greater Section 10. I don't talk too much about the Strip. I leave that to the travel bloggers. Most of the locals don't hang out on the Strip. When people first move here, they do a little bit, they check it out, they explore. It's all very interesting. But after you've been here a while, you start to realize, the Strip is for the tourists and locals have other things to do. So we go to the Strip if we want to see a football game at Allegiant Stadium, if we want to, with the Las Vegas Raiders. I still have a hard time not saying Oakland Raiders. And then, of course, if we want to see the Golden Knights play at T-Mobile Arena, we go to the Strip. The Sphere is near the Strip. If there's other shows and we have friends in town that say, hey, come on, Micah, we're in town, come visit me at New York. Of course, we're going to go and see it, but it's not a place that we just normally go hang out. So anyway, I don't talk about too much about the Strip, but I am going to talk about the world-class outdoor recreation that we have here in Las Vegas that always seems to surprise the out-of-town buyers. They know about the Strip. They know that it's the entertainment capital of the world. All of the eyes of the world are on Las Vegas. You can see Las Vegas from space. It's so bright. It's amazing. But the outdoor recreational activities are world-class and people don't realize them because there's so much focus on the Strip. Let's just focus in on the basic necessities: food, shelter, clothing, medical. What are you going to do with your pets if they get sick? So let's just focus on that. We're going to jump on Google Maps and I'm just going to show you real quickly. I'm using an address from the center of Section 10 because Google likes a specific address versus intersections. So I just kind of pulled up grocery stores near Section 10, and there's all kinds of grocery stores. We've got, the specialty stores like Sprouts and Sprouts over here, and we've got, there's a Sprouts over on this side of town. Over in downtown Summerlin, there's a Trader Joe's. There's another Trader Joe's off of Buffalo and Westcliff right up here. There's grocery stores, specialty grocery stores. All over town, there's ethnic grocery stores as well. So you've got your food needs covered everywhere. They're actually going to put a new Whole Foods right in here. So there's in downtown Summerlin. And so I expect to see that underway pretty soon. First thing people do when they move into the house, they run over to Home Depot. They've got to get all those little items, or Target, right? So where are the home improvement stores near Section 10? Well, here's Section 10 right here. We've got Ace Hardware. We've got another Ace Hardware right here. Home Depot. There are Home Depots, Lowe's Center, Harbor Freight Tools, Handyman. That's not a home improvement center. That's a Handyman Day that just happened to be popping up on the Google Maps. Anyway, there's Home Depot stores, Lowe's, Ace Hardwares everywhere. You're not going to have to drive very far to get to any of those. Even you like the big membership stores, the warehouse stores. We've got Costco's and Sam's Clubs, of course. everybody thinks Las Vegas has the Strip, but look how this sets up as the suburbs for the regular folks that live here like us. Sam's Club, Costco, you've got these things all over town, and so you're never far away from it. Sam's Club is literally just a few minutes down tonight from Section 10. So Target, the same. I know people run into Target. Sometimes I'll use items from Target for a closing gift. If I know people are traveling in and driving in, I'll put paper towels, toilet paper, snacks, waters, things like that they're going to need when they arrive at an empty house waiting for the moving truck to get there. So here are the Target stores all around, and as you can see, they're very close to Section 10. But now you know you've been working, you've gotten all that taken care of, you want to go have a cup of coffee, boom. Coffee stores all around. There's, Starbucks are everywhere. Then you have all of these specialty coffee stores all around Las Vegas. I got to tell you, one of my favorite coffee stores is really a French bakery. It's called Cafe Brie. And these are guys that opened up this cafe. It's only 8 minutes from Section 10. They serve French pastries. They bake on site. These guys were the pastry chefs at the Wynn. And that's one of the amazing things that you'll learn about Las Vegas is that these chefs who work in these corporate jobs, they get tired of them, they want to be creative on their own. They open up a little place in the strip center. That's, if you didn't know it was there, you wouldn't even know it was there. And this is one of those cases where these guys were pastry chefs at the Wynn, and this Cafe Brie is amazing. It's beautiful. They have some of the best pastries, and I have French roast coffee, and oftentimes I'll take a client there. If you come into town and we go do some house hunting, we very well may end up there for a cup of coffee and a pastry. They specialize in French crepes, in savory crepes they cook in a pan right in front of you. They're unbelievably good. You've got to try one. Anyway, another specialty coffee shop that I like is one called Cafe Gabby. That was French. Now we're going all the way to Korea. In fact, Cafe Gabby is on the edge of Chinatown. We do have a Chinatown here in Las Vegas. It's mostly I think a business center than a cultural center, but there's lots of really fantastic restaurant shops and stores, and clubs and bars, things like that. You'll really love visiting Chinatown. Anyway, Cafe Gabby has a Korean theme. In fact, it's themed after a famous Korean movie. You'll have to go there and check it out. It's like being in a warehouse setting, but where the bakery is enclosed in this glass house in the middle of this warehouse setting. So it's really kind of cool. I've taken clients and friends there, and everyone loves it. They love the pastries that they serve and make at Gabby, and I think you'll like it too. It's another place I take clients. As you can see, there are restaurants all up and down Sahara, good restaurants, medium restaurants, fast food restaurants, world-class restaurants all over town. Again, just like that bakery, oftentimes chefs will quit their corporate job on the strip and go open up a little strip center place and do their artistry and magic. In addition to restaurants all up and down here, you've got restaurants all over downtown Summerlin. And in here, we've got all kinds of specialty restaurants, Maggiani's, the Lazy Dog, the Bagel Nook. There are so many great, and they're not even all showing up on here. And there's more restaurants that are in the Red Rock Hotel and Casino that you want to miss. There's really more than you can ever eat at in a lifetime. I think that's a fair statement. Restaurants all up and down Charleston. So just 10 minutes from Section 10 is Boca Park. They've got Target, Total Wine. Of course, you can buy liquor just about anywhere these days at grocery stores and small liquor stores. But if you want the best selection, it's over at Total Wine. They have all the very expensive liquors, wines, everything you can imagine, every kind of beer you can imagine. If that's what you're into, they have everything over there at Total Wine. There's a Whole Foods market right across the street there. You got a Cheesecake Factory, world-class outdoor recreation. You get your equipment right over there at REI. Right over here, Golf Galaxy is right down here. Kohl's, if you're looking to save a little money, and Guitar Center. If you're a musician, they've got a Guitar Center and Golf Galaxy right next to each other, right on Charleston there. Another great place to have restaurants is the Tivoli Village. And Tivoli Village is right here. There's a couple of great restaurants, Echo and Rig. There's the El Dorado Cantina. I love Leon Cafe. They've got like a little outdoor patio where you can sit and eat and watch people, and it's very nice, fun place to go hang out. Very beautiful. There's shopping. They've got office space in Tivoli, and it's just a great place to hang out. Now, if you want to go to the Fashion Show Mall, that is on the Strip, by the way, and that's 14 minutes, only about 5.3 miles. So there's a few stops. You're going down Surfer Streets right here. This one has you going in on Spring Mountain, but there's also an interesting way where you can come right over here and park on the backside of the Fashion Show Mall when you get there. And so it's another little shortcut, secret way into the Strip, and you can park. Oftentimes it's free at the Fashion Show Mall. I think they charge during the F1, I'm not sure, but it's still a reasonable place to park and go check out the Strip if that's where you want to go. You don't actually have to drive on the Strip if you go this way. Of course, we got the food, we got the shelter taken care of. Now we want to look at clothing. Where's dry cleaning? Of course, as you can imagine, dry cleaning everywhere around Section 10. Here's Section 10 right here. Dry cleaners, dry cleaners, dry cleaners. Take care of your clothing. Of course, if you're my age, you spend a little bit of extra time at the pharmacy getting things that you need. Pharmacies all over the place. Right here's Section 10. As you can see, there's pharmacies everywhere all around you. It's not like the Las Vegas that you see on TV. We are very much suburbanized, but we're attached to this world-class resort entertainment area, and it's like no place else I've ever lived. Okay, pharmacies. You're my age. I know some of you out there probably on the medical cannabis, and it is legal here. Recreational cannabis is legal here. And if you're interested, I have buyers asking me this all the time. Here are the cannabis markets. There's like 3 cannabis markets all around Section 10 within within a mile or less. And you can see they're all over the valley. So we'll move on from that. Medical centers. If you're like me, you need to have some medical centers a little bit more often than I did when I was young, I hate to say. And so medical centers are everywhere. You do hear people say that the medical situation is not that good in Las Vegas. And I don't have a feel for that other than I use the medical system all the time. And there is a shortage of certain doctors. It's really hard to find a rheumatologist. Let me tell you, I've got issues and I have one, but sometimes you have to see them on telemedicine. Sometimes you see their PA. So certain specialties there are real shortages of. But with all these sports teams moving here and all the focus on Las Vegas, I've been seeing that shortage go down. Plus, we have a new medical school coming into town. So I think that shortage of doctors is going to be improving over time. On the other hand, there seems to be no shortage of orthopedic surgeons. And I love my internist. He even has mini bars in the office. Just stick with me to the end. I'll tell you his name. All right, hospitals near Section 10. Check them out. Hospitals all around. I mean, you got to look online and find out you got to look at the ratings online. You have to do that with every doctor. Look at the ratings, check them out. Is this hospital good? Is it not good? Sadly, either me or my wife has been at one of these hospitals, almost every one of these hospitals at one time over the last 20 years. And some are better than others. We've had better experiences at some than others. I can tell you my last experience over here at St. Rose, where they cracked me open and sewed me back up. They did a fantastic job, and I'm very biased, but I love St. Rose Hospital. But as you can see, there are places all over. And from Section 10, it doesn't take very long to get there. So it takes about 13 minutes to get right down here to the UMC Medical Center from Section 10. So it just doesn't take long at all to get anywhere. And that's why I kind of go quickly on these map tours, just to give you an idea how easy it is to get around everywhere. Veterinarians, of course, we've got pets. We're going to get sick. Where are you going to take your pets? Take a look. Here's Section 10, veterinarians all over the place. Golfing buddy of mine is a pet surgeon, and I hear he's just amazing here in town. There is no shortage of pet doctors in Las Vegas, I can tell you that. Okay, now to the boring stuff. We want to get to the airport. Yes, it is very easy to get to our world-class airport, which is one of the best airports ever. Even J.D. Powers agrees that it's one of the best airports ever. One of the quickest ways is to jump on Desert Inn, take Paradise, Surfer Streets, again, not staying on the highways. Right over here to the airport, what are we talking about? 21 minutes. Oh, we want to get on the highway. We do want to get on the highway. We don't want to get on the Surfer Street. We want to go down Rainbow and jump on the 215. 21 minutes. It's the same either way. It's just a different driving experience. If you want to go a little slower with stoplights, more relaxed, you take Desert Inn and Paradise. You want to jump on Rainbow and go down the 215. It's about the same time. It's convenient to get everywhere from anywhere in Las Vegas. All right, now comes our outdoor recreation, our world-class outdoor recreation. I'm going to start with Red Rocks. I get more people that say, hey, I'm staying on the Strip. We know the Strip is great. I just went to Red Rocks and it is insane. We did not believe how nice it was. And I go, I've been telling people that this whole time. Red Rock Canyon it's 17 miles west of the Strip, but right from your door here in section 10 to the entrance of the canyon, it is only 24 minutes. And there's a 13-mile loop that goes from here all the way around to here. It offers a variety of hiking trails, probably 27 hiking trails. There are some that take 7 hours to get out and back, and they're very advanced. There are people that do the rock climbing on the sheer rock faces, and then they have easy routes for just about anyone. There are even some trails that are wheelchair accessible, and there are other trails where you go back in and you can see petroglyphs right in your own backyard that were drawn on these rock faces more than 3,000 years ago by indigenous residents of a future Las Vegas. It's amazing. I know some of you are golfers, and we're going to check out what the golf situation is here, because it is insane in Las Vegas. On the west side, all those little red dots are like golf courses. You've got Durango Hills, Eagle Crest. You've got TPC Summerlin, TPC Las Vegas, Canyon Gate Country Club. I was a member there for 15 years. I love Canyon Gate. The Arroyo at Red Rock Country Club, that's the high-end public course. They also have a mountain course at Red Rock that's private. It's a great country club to join. Bears Best is a high-end public course that meanders throughout the multi-million-dollar homes at the Ridges, where the rich and famous live. And you've got the Summit Club. That's not accessible unless you're a billionaire or a friend of a billionaire. So don't worry about that. It's a place the billionaires like to keep out the millionaires at the Summit Club, I think. It's very nice, I will say that. Very exclusive. But you can see these golf courses are all over town. They seem to mostly be on the west side, but there are many on the east side as well. Lots of great courses for you to check out if you're a golfer. And like I said, Golf Galaxy is just a few minutes from Section 10 as well if you're looking to trade in that club, because we all know it's the equipment. If I had better clubs, I could just lower my score. How many times have I said that? Mount Charleston. All right, Mount Charleston, they actually have a ski area on Mount Charleston. Snowboarding, skiing. In the summer, it's a great place to go hang out, picnic, hike, whatever. As you can see, it's about 49 minutes from your front door in Section 10 to get all the way up to Mount Charleston. But there are picnic and hiking areas long before that, so it might not take quite as long. It's just a really fun place to hike out. You're at 8,000 or 10,000 feet, so when it's 116 here in the valley in Las Vegas, and you go up there, it might be 90 or in the 80s, something like that. It's an amazing temperature difference and a great way to beat the heat in the summer to go hiking up in Mount Charleston. You're going to like that. All right, so this is the coolest thing that I have seen come to Las Vegas since I have been here, and that is the Las Vegas Sphere. From Section 10, you are 17 minutes from the Sphere. That's where that's the first band that we have had here. I hear that the Grateful Dead band is coming here. I hear Fish is coming here, and they're going to be playing at the Sphere. I went down there myself and saw the movie they had that features all the equipment and kind of features, all of the technology that's built into the Sphere, and it's amazing. Anything that's happening on the inside can be projected on the outside. The outside's a giant video screen that they can project with anything. And then, of course, our own Las Vegas Raiders. I still have a hard time not saying Oakland Raiders, but I'll get over that pretty soon. Again, you're 20 minutes from Allegiant Stadium. You go right down Desert Inn, you come right down. I think that's Valley View, and Allegiant Stadium is right there. So you're 20 minutes away from Allegiant. And then if you're a hockey fan and you love our world-class Stanley Cup champions, the Las Vegas Golden Knights, we love Bill Foley in this town. They practice up at downtown Summerlin, by the way. If you want to see them practice, they have community skates up there. They have, that's where UNLV plays, the hockey team. They do all kinds of community and youth activities when it comes to hockey. We love the Bill Foley organization in Las Vegas. Thank you, Mr. Foley. We appreciate everything that you're doing for Las Vegas. Anyway, again, to get to T-Mobile Arena for a hockey game, we're talking 18 minutes. So Literally, there is just no difficult place to get to anywhere. It all really comes down, where do you want to live? What are your needs? What's your budget? What makes you feel good? Not everybody likes these large, big lots in Section 10. It's not the only place in town that has these big lots. There's a lot out in the Northwest, in the North. There's actually some really special places up here near Red Rock, a place called Calico Basin, multi-million-dollar equestrian estates. You've got in the South some of these large lots and estates. So there are pockets of them around. None quite so big as the Section 10, greater Section 10 area, and none quite so conveniently located on the west side. So that's really what we're talking about when it comes to Section 10. Anyway, I sure appreciate you being with me on the map tour. Bottom line, food, shelter, and clothing is everywhere around you in Section 10. Anywhere in Las Vegas, it's easy to get to. I'm gonna love meeting you and hanging out and showing you the rest of Las Vegas in person. Well, friends, thank you so much for joining me today on this overhead map neighborhood deep dive of Section 10. I sure appreciate you being with me. By the way, my name's Micah Bleecher, and I love living in Las Vegas, and I think you will too. Stay tuned for more video deep dives into the incredible neighborhoods of Las Vegas, Nevada. Come join me on my adventures. We're learning a lot, having fun, and we got new shows every week. Hit subscribe, ding the bell, and never miss a show. And when you're ready, reach out. Feel free to email me, text me, give me a call, schedule a Zoom with me, and we'll get to know each other. My info's right down there. Thank you so much again, and I will see you on our next show. I love living in Las Vegas.